I'm not, my right side isn't as strong as my left side. I'm right hand dominant, but I'm three times as strong as I was before I had the surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like a lab
supraspinatus
project.
that's an interesting one. I know a fighter who's got no supraspinatus. I think in both of his shoulders.
Yeah, it's done wonders. Like, I mean, I can bench. I mean, everything's got to be. I can't. Everything's got to be in tight.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I do push-ups or anything like that, I need that lat and tricep help.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of getting in those funky angles like that. But
I mean, is there anybody that gets through pro wrestling without a series of catastrophic injuries?
There's one guy that's really not had many injuries. His name's Chris Jericho, and I can't think of anything that's really bad that's happened to him. But I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, his neck is completely fused, right?
Yeah, his neck is completely fused
From a pile driver.
From a pile driver.
Well, also, but didn't he win the Olympics with a broken neck?
That's Kurt Angle.
Oh, Kurt Angle, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Kurt Angle won the heavyweight gold medal in wrestling, and he
with
was
a broken neck
and 190 pounds. He was so undersized. It was.
And to Stone Cold's credit, most of the big stuff that happened in his career happened after he broke his neck, right? Or was
he was already the. I mean, he was the guy. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he was right in the middle of it. And,
yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, Kurt
really
Angle. They were talking about him fighting MMA at one point in time.
I saw him. It was strange. I hadn't seen him for a while, and then I saw him at Lesnar Mir 1. He was there, and he was acting really weird, and I was like, Kurt, are you thinking about, and nothing ever came of it, but he's got some miles on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's got atrophy of his arms.
Yeah.
His neck.
His neck. And his neck's 23 inches. I mean,
his neck looks enormous.
Yeah.
But it's just when I see a guy who with that I know has neck problems, you see his arms look smaller. One of the things that happens to guys, like it happened to Boss Rutan, he got his discs fused in his neck. His arm atrophied, like he wasn't getting the nerve signals to his muscles. So his right arm, he calls it baby arm.
Yeah,
so it's smaller. It's very weak. Like I don't know how much it's recovered, but at one point in time, like he couldn't even hold out a jug of milk.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the neck there's so many of those nerves, and you get pinched or squeezed.
Yeah, I mean, what does Kurt Angle do to make his neck that big?
I'm guessing a lot of bridges and
Jesus.
I mean, his neck's always just.
Yeah, look at that neck.
He could go, man.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed.
That neck is preposterous.
I really enjoyed working with Kurt.
That's
man.
an extra waist.
It's a waist.
It's like his waist, right? Look at the size of that, the muscles in that thing. But I mean, obviously, a lot of that is probably to compensate the fact that he's got a snapped neck.
He could go, man. What an athlete! Wow.
Oh yeah.
And Brock too. Both of them.
I mean,
phenomenal.
Angle in his prime as a wrestler was a fucking savage.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah, I mean, as an amateur wrestler in the Olympics, I mean, he was a phenomenal talent.
Yeah, he was, and then he transitioned so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the deal. I mean, he transitioned so well into pro wrestling.